Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Aryasatya from 10 Science 9, and I'm about to tell a story about my dad's experience during the pandemic. The COVID-19 pandemic, or the coronavirus pandemic, started in China in early 2020. And back then, I myself wouldn't think of it as a threat, because it was in China and I live in Indonesia. And I think it was pretty far. But about a couple months later, the first case of COVID-19 in Indonesia appeared, and government started making rules like wear masks, don't stay in crowds, and to stay at home and only go out if necessary. And students were told not to go to school and were told to stay at home and study using their gadgets. And I think it was madness. I've never seen anything like that before. When the news spread out about COVID-19 in Indonesia, my dad started making preparations and bought a lot of supplies for food and other things. The daily lives became different. Usually on the weekend, my dad would take me and my family to the mall and watch movies. And since the pandemic, all we did was staying at home. I personally doesn't have any interesting experience during the pandemic because all I did was studying, doing homeworks, and playing video games. And my only problem during the pandemic was the fact that you can attend normal school and you have to attend online school, which is very less effective than normal school. And so I'm gonna focus the story on my dad. My dad is a government employee that works in his office. But since the pandemic, he would usually work from home, but mostly he would still go to his office to go to work. That made my family really concerned because there are a lot of people in his office. And then a few months later, my dad got a notice that he would get assigned in Kalimantan. Because of my dad's job, my family would move a lot. But this time, my dad decided that we should not move there and that he should go alone because of the pandemic and the fact that I already got accepted to Sman Kota Serang. And so then my dad bought a house in Serang for my family, and he decided to renovate it first. So my family had to stay in a rented house until the renovation is finished. In November of 2020, my dad left Serang and went to Kalimantan. Every day he would talk to my family through video calls, and he would call up to 5 times in one day. And also my dad doesn't really used to living alone, and sometimes he doesn't know how to cook well, and my dad doesn't really like staying home every time, so sometimes he will go fishing in the wilds and send me pictures of him. And about a month later, he had an event to attend in Jakarta, so he wanted to spare times to visit my family in Serang. And every time he took a flight from Kalimantan to Serang or from Serang to Kalimantan, he always had to go through a swab or a rapid test the day before the flight. So the pandemic really made my family spend a lot of money, especially when our house is still being renovated. So the lesson that we can take here is that no matter the challenges or obstacles, we must keep working hard for those we care about. Even though my dad doesn't really used to living alone, he keeps consistent in doing his job for my family. So I think that's it from me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Stay safe everyone, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.